We had breakfast at the Lone Star Cafe.
And I tell you, that was a great way to start the day.
Packed up, gassed up, and we're headed out to the Grand Canyon. It's sunny, it's clear, it's, I don't know, compared to yesterday, warm.
After nearly 2,700 miles in this adventure, I'm headed to the Grand Canyon today.
There are a couple of different ways to get there. And looking back at the snow-capped mountains, I decided to skip the one that I was going to take, which seemed a little twistier and more enjoyable. And I'm going to take the primary route, I guess. Only 3 hours of riding time today. It's about an hour and a half to the Grand Canyon, basically doing this. And then I'm going to come back and go that way, about an hour and a half. Stay in a tiny little town called Seligman, off Route 66. So we're going to be fully immersed in all the touristy kitschiness of all the Route 66 stuff, but it's kind of cool. And I've been through that town before. So we'll cap off the day with that. But first we have the Grand Canyon. I'll ride around and stop off at a few points. Get some cool pictures, put them in the video, because I can't post any video. Thank you, National Park Service. I mean, I'll take video, but I won't be able to put it in any releases until the regulations change. Because I don't want to get fined. And they won't like sell you a reasonably priced blanket pass as a social media person. You know, it's like per park, 3 months in advance. It costs you to even ask for a permit, and then it costs you for the permit if they grant it. It's like, you know, they just want to jack you. And, you know, you're lumped in with movie studios. Because, you know, I'm going to close down roads while we set up lighting and cameras, directors' chairs, trailers for actors and actresses. Oh yeah, right on, scaling up. Brad Pitt and Keanu Reeves are going to be riding in our next video. And then he awoke from the dream. Not that that would really be a dream, but they do both ride. Heck, Keanu Reeves owns a motorcycle company. Arguably the most avid motorcyclist of celebrities. We have turned off I-40 West and we're headed north on Arizona 64, which will take us straight to the Grand Canyon in about 49 miles. Still got a ways to go. Kind of left the forest behind. We're in high desert country here, about 6,000 feet. I think it's interesting that 2 of the 3 hours that I'm riding today will be spent on this road. Lovely day. It sure was cold in Flagstaff last night.
The Gore-Tex was great this morning, not so much now.
It's got vents, but it's cold enough that it's not a problem for me.
It's a beautiful day, everything's pretty.
Sure is. You have a good one. We are in. We have infiltrated the park. They're unaware of our plans. Or maybe they are and they don't care. Because we're just here to see stuff and take pictures. But it sounded like a move. Playing the role of an innocent tourist, he rode his motorcycle into the park, fooling everyone. Because we all know motorcyclists are bad. A whole lot of them cannot be trusted.
The Grand Canyon is full of things to see. From diverse plant life to its stunning display of geography, there's no lack of things to see and admire. You'd expect the Grand Canyon to be massive, given its name, and it is. It's roughly 277 miles long, 18 miles wide at its widest point, and almost 6,000 feet deep at its tallest. That's over a mile. Carved by the raging Colorado River over the course of millions of years, the Grand Canyon is one of the most popular national parks in America.
I parked first. These 2 guys came in later after I was already halfway to the visitor center, but I saw them pull in. They could have parked a foot or so to the right, plenty of room. Maybe parked one on the left even, plenty of room. The problem with this is, when I stand up my bike, my handlebars are probably going to hit his bag when I back out. Because he parked really close to me. I mean, he could have parked closer. But
There's more than just sights to see at the Grand Canyon. There are many trails to hike, with a variety of guided hiking tours available. Short hikes, all-day hikes, they have it all. You can even hike down to the canyon floor. But wait, you also can ride a donkey. There's a variety of donkey rides you can take to explore the park in this unique manner. And if you have a lot of cash to spare, you can even do a helicopter tour. No joke. But if you have that much spare cash lying around, you're welcome to use the Buy Me a Coffee link in the description below to lighten that burden. Its immense size, stunning beauty, and wide variety of sights and available activities have made the Grand Canyon a shining gem in the national park system, and it's likely to remain one for many years to come.
Well, the long slog down 64 from Grand Canyon to I-40 is just about complete. We'll be getting on to I-40 shortly. Un momentito. Skipped lunch, but at this point, I'm just going to carry on until I get to Seligman and have dinner there. I think I get a discount at a restaurant too. So I noticed when I was looking for gas, there was a Love's. And I love Love's. What's not to love? Huh. Big crow there. Been years since I've been in a Love's. This is a moment for me. They're a haven for me. A few really difficult days. Man, I must have sat in that Love's for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Trying to dry out my socks. Used up like a whole roll of those shitty paper towels they have in the bathrooms. Nobody looked at me twice. Complained that I was taking up one of the few booths in their little subway or whatever it was. Perfectly happy to have me there. Understanding the trials and tribulations of a traveler. And see, look, now I go to a Love's whenever I can, which is almost never. Price is decent too. We are ready to roll. Farewell, my loves. It was great while it lasted. Until next time. We're going to take a detour on a little Route 66. It's probably not a particularly awesome section, but hey, it gets me off the interstate. It'll drop me right into the town where I'm staying tonight, so why not? Give it a shot, unless of course it's a beat up horrible piece of road. These old hideaways were often just 2-lane roads. Didn't have as many cars back then. Didn't need as many lanes. Condition's pretty good. Tumbleweeds there just blew across the road. Like a good half dozen of them all together, pretty much. Fortunately, they were completely across the road by the time I got there. I mean, tumbleweeds are cool until they get into the workings of your bike. Then they are uncool. Kind of paralleling the railroad here as we approach the Seligman. I love these kitchen signs for Bermershire. They put them along this road. Welcome to Seligman. When they decommissioned Route 66, you know, the road still remained, but sections of it got taken out or whatever for various reasons and broken up. And so it's not really contiguous, but there's a part of it here. why I decided to stay in this town. Getting my kicks on Route 66.
Route 66 is almost 2,500 miles long from Chicago to Los Angeles. Decommissioned since 1985, the interstates have diverted most of the traffic from Route 66, causing it to slowly wither away.
Plenty of souvenir shops. I stayed at a really cool motel in Tucumcari, New Mexico once on Route 66. It was all like space age furniture and stuff from the late 50s. It was pretty cool. I'm staying next to the Roadkill Cafe. Which, you know, of course, sounds tasty. Notice there is no room number 13. Apparently, Bobby Troop slept here.
After checking out some of the sights, I headed into the saloon for a beer, burger, and fries. If you've enjoyed this ride, consider subscribing to the channel so you can stay up to date on the latest videos. In episode 12 of the Southwestern Safari, we do an incredible ride on Route 66 to the historic towns of Oatman and Amboy. Next time on Ride On.